I'm Rah, your self-accountability coach. I also have the Get the channel, and today I'm going to dive deeper into a topic that I discuss on my TikTok. I value your time as much as I value mine, so let's dive right in. This particular video is titled Loyal to a Fault, and I filmed this video because I feel like a lot of people manipulate others into doing what they want by having this false sense of loyalty, and it always comes with they feel like they're above you in a sense, or maybe they are above you, maybe they're your parents, maybe they're an elder, maybe they're a professor or something like that, but it always comes with some sort of hierarchy. And one thing that I've been told over the years, especially by one particular person, is you're not loyal, you're not loyal, you're not loyal. And I remember always being like, but I am loyal, but I am loyal. You know, I would never betray another person, but they were coming from a place of, I want you to choose me and be on my side when I'm on BS with other people. I want you to choose me and be on my side even when I'm wrong, and that's just something I can't rock with. So I ended up realizing I'm not loyal to a fault. You know what I mean? I'm more loyal to myself than anything, and when it comes to my integrity and my morality, those are the things that matter to me the most, and I just don't see the point in being a follower. If you feel like you're above me in some sort of way and that my life is somehow less than yours, and I know a lot of people don't realize it, but that's exactly how that feels. You're not above me or ahead of me or whatever. Once everyone becomes adults, we all have the tools we need to continue to learn ourselves and learn how to deal with others and elevate and become emotionally intelligent, along with so many other things. So I can dust you once I become an adult. You know what I mean? Like, I can really dust what you think is your wisdom because at some point you stopped. So nonetheless, this video definitely dives into that topic, and it will be linked below in the description box if you guys want to check it out. I'll also post it as a short. But anywho, Ego was very concerned about people saying, hey, we're not loyal. And I don't like that. You know, I feel like I'm pretty loyal, I'm pretty fair, but by definition, and I'm gonna post the definition, I had to come to the hard truth that I am not loyal, nor do I want to be loyal to a fault to anyone. And it was interesting to come to that realization because I had to let something of my belief system go. I felt like if I wasn't loyal, I was a bad person. If I wasn't loyal, I was a snake. We really have to think about who we're loyal to. One thing that I had to realize and work on for myself is I do have loyalty, but my loyalty resides in myself. So I'm going to make sure that I preserve myself before all others, because at the end of the day, there are other people out there making those same decisions and they will let you fall. And it's really not their job, once you become an adult, for them to save you or put you above them. And it's nice to find people that are willing to do that, and if it's recognized, it's best to go ahead and reciprocate. At the same time, baby, I don't know if everybody willing to do that in every single circumstance. You up against something else that they love, or something else that they cherish, or something else that they're addicted to. So on this part of the video, I really like the fact that I gave this part to Shadow, because Shadow is the part of you that is hidden. It's the part of you that people have bruised and battered in some sort of way, even if it's actually a gift, even if it's actually a strength. The part of you that you kind of turned against. And I think that Shadow comes through so real, so raw, so edgy, so gritty, because she is the understanding of self. She is what has been ostracized by society. You know what I mean? So she can really look at the perspective of things. And this is my Shadow that I'm talking about, you all. Your shadow may be different, but for the most part, it's the parts that society has convinced you to turn your back on when it comes to you, in my opinion. Just to sum it up real quick. And she's able to just see things a certain type of way. We're just gonna watch what Shadow ended up saying at this particular point in the video.
I feel like some people want you to be loyal no matter what, so they can treat you like shit and get away with it.
And that is facts. Anytime somebody brings up that argument of loyalty, you don't see people that aren't trying to manipulate you, trying to convince you that you're not loyal to them. They peep game, they see what it is, and they move accordingly. But people that are really trying to desperately hold something over you and have some sort of control over you and, you know, trying to build their own personal army to go do whatever the heck is on their agenda, they're the ones that really are the ones that are like, yo, you're not loyal, you need to be loyal, or yeah, you're real loyal, I like you, blah, blah, you know, trying to flatter you. And those are the things that we have to really pay attention to when we're trying to go through this journey and heal and figure ourselves out. Some people are so good at manipulating, they don't even realize that they're manipulating. And that's why a lot of times when you call some people out, and I say some people because a lot of people do know exactly what they're doing, when you call some people out, it's like a shock, like, oh my God, I can't believe they said that I would do that. Just like when someone said I wasn't loyal and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe they said I would. They're right. I'm not loyal to them, because at the end of the day, that person does not always have the right intentions for other people. You know, a lot of times they didn't have the right intentions when it came to me, and they didn't have my back in a lot of instances when I did have their back. You know, if something is right, it's right. When something is wrong, it's wrong. So if you know that, then you know what side I'm on. You know what I mean? But I don't have to plant my feet on a certain side when it comes to people and what they say and what they stand for. I stand for what I stand for. I'm the main character in my story, and a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people want themselves to be the main character in your story, and that's unacceptable. Now the next part of the video that I absolutely love is how Shadow depicts, you know, the people that are looking for loyalty. And she says something profound, so let's go ahead and let's hear what she had to say. Because who has integrity, morality, and the ability to see somebody else's side these days? Right. We don't switch sides, we just leave your side. And that's on period. We don't switch sides, we just leave your side. And I think that's what a lot of people don't like or appreciate when you call them out on their BS. They want to also throw that, oh, you're not loyal, when you're calling them out. If you did someone wrong and you want me to look at them like they're the villain and you're the victim, anytime, let me tell you all something. Let's just be real. Let's be real. Anytime somebody has a problem with someone else that they continuously find themselves around, and they go out in the world and they try to convince everybody else that this person is so horrible, look at what they did to me, they did this to me, they're a bad person, blah, 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 blah. I always think to myself,
why are you telling me this?
What are you getting out of that? Did you discuss this with that person? Did you all have that conversation together? Yeah? Did you all resolve it? Yeah? Why is it still being brought up behind their back or in their face? Why are you still trying to make them uncomfortable? If you're not over it and they apologize and they actually made the effort to start going in a different direction, that's something that you two have to work through. That's not something where you bring other people into the equation and you're like, look, they did me wrong. Look at them. Look at them. They're horrible. I'm gonna look at you like you're not shit, because you're not. Why in the world would you want other people to look at another person as some horrible person? You see what I'm saying? Now, if you're just venting to me, if I'm your friend, if you're just kicking the bubbles with me, but you still let me know, or you still have it in your mind, look, you know, you can have whatever mindset you want about this other person. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just sharing something with you because you're my confidant. That's different. But when people are trying to get you, and we all know the ways where people try to get you to be against someone else or change your perspective of someone else, that person has to show me in some way, shape, or form. And the funny thing about it is, I'm the type of person, when I meet people, I instantly can sum their energy up. And I said their energy, not their character, not their past, not their future. Their energy right now, I can sum it up. I don't need anybody else's help to get me to sway back or forth. I'm gonna walk accordingly because I have, like I said, my own integrity, my own morals. At the same time, I already peeped game, and I'm just gonna let them do whatever they're gonna do, and I'm gonna let them show me whatever they wanna show me, but I believed myself the first time. So I'm gonna make sure I move and shake accordingly. Are you all following? So if somebody did something to someone else and they're telling you their perspective of what happened, they're leaving out a lot of detail of how they showed up in the equation. So, you know, when it comes to being the judge and the executioner, I really like to remove myself from that role. I just listen and hear people out. I don't judge, whatever. Okay, you told me your side, you told me your side. Cool. I hope you all figure it out. If there ever is a situation where both people are trying to get me to see that the other person is bad, that is too childish for me. Both of you all will lose my friendship. Both of you all will not be around me. Both of you all are just doing too much, and I don't have time for that. Even if I have time, I don't have time for that. Okay, let's get into the next role, because you already know that higher self is going to drop knowledge. So let's see what higher self had to say after that. No matter what people say, always be aware of your intentions. That is your personal truth. The more aware you are of it, the quicker you can discern your own actions. With manipulation at an all-time high, this will help you keep a grip on what's real and what's damaging to your reality. She dropped so much knowledge in that one little piece that I think it went over some people's heads. And what it is was the biggest piece that higher self dropped in that moment was saying how to keep grasp of your reality. Some people are very good at confusing people of what is their own perception, what is somebody else's perception, and what is the truth. And how did higher self tell us to look out for our truth? She said, always be aware of your intentions. If you know that your intentions were not 100% in the right place, then you're gonna be confused. If you're lying to yourself about why you did something or how you moved with something or, you know, whatever, you're gonna lose grasp of what's real for you. When it comes to the point of me having loyalty to myself, and let's say I did something and someone took it the wrong way, like it really hurt them. You see what I'm saying? But it was never my intention to hurt them. That wasn't my aim. That wasn't my angle in any sense at all whatsoever, but they were truly hurt behind it. When they come to me with the information or with whatever hurt them, a lot of people don't even know how to handle their emotions on a normal day, let alone when they feel offended, let alone when they take things personal. And especially, you know, a lot of people take things personal and it had nothing to do with them at all whatsoever, period. Like it's almost like they stepped into a shoe that did not fit at all whatsoever and made it fit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying this for people that know they be on bullshit. If you know there's an ounce of bullshit in whatever the hell you did, I'm not talking to you. But there are some people that, you know, certain things hurt, certain things affect them, and that's something that they need to figure out. Once somebody brings something to you, what I don't like is when they try to make you the villain, try to convince you that you're wrong, convince you that you're a bad person, convince you that you really did mean it, whatever. This is where you have to go back and think, okay, what was my intention that day? What was my intention when I did that? Could I have handled that better? In the sight of me handling that better and making this person a little bit more comfortable, does it still make me 100% comfortable? Does it take anything away from my cup to do that? If it doesn't take anything away from you to be a little softer or a little bit more patient, why not? I don't see any problem with that. It's when it is taking something away from you and you know it's not rooted in trauma where you're like, okay, we're not doing that. You see what I'm saying? So remembering where your intentions lie gives you some sort of grounding. It gives you an anchor to find, okay, what exactly was going on. That will help you a lot. That's helped me a lot to think back to my intention. Like, that was not my intention. You know, I apologize that you took it that way. That's not how I meant it. This is what I meant when I said whatever, blah, blah, blah. You know, I hope we don't have any issues in the future. But if we do continue to have issues in the future and you do continue to find an issue with everything that I do, you're not the person for me at the end of the day. That's when you know to remove people. And that's a whole nother video. That's a whole nother video, honey. And at the end, we're just gonna go ahead and toss Shadow's response in the end of the video because it's humor. And I just love the humor because it's real. Look, my reality is already damaged enough. Count me out of the loyalty conversation. And that's also on period. We go through so much in our reality and there's so many new things and ways of thinking and ways to look at ourselves that are coming out on a daily basis. So much information all over the place everywhere. And a lot of us don't get the chance to really implement that into our world, our existence, and really test it out for ourselves. So 1 second somebody's calling you a narcissist for this. 1 second somebody is calling you codependent for that. And, you know, calling you for this. now it's a title and a name for every single little thing, and now every move you make is going to be characterized as some type of character development issue or some sort of psychological disorder. I really feel like we're taking a lot from the human experience by putting titles and names on all of these little different things all the time. Like, yeah, I get it. People that don't trust in their connection with the source and the divine, they need to name things, they need to categorize things, they need to put things in a container and compartmentalize a lot of things. When you follow your spirit, you just know what it is. You don't have to put a name to it. You just understand what it is. Reality is already mushed up and mixed up and got so many things going on, and everybody want to lay claim to all of the whatever. Look, the loyal to the fault conversation is one thing that I happily unsubscribe from. That's not something that I got time for. I don't care. Thank you so much for staying to the end of the video. I really appreciate it when you all watch it all the way through. That helps me out a lot. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing. I really appreciate that. I love when you all comment down below and you give me little snippets of your life and let me know what's going on and how you've overcome things. I'm so proud of you all. Thank you so much for sharing. I really appreciate it. And sometimes people go through the comments and they appreciate to read somebody else's story and see that somebody else went through that also, besides me. If you guys haven't already, definitely check me out on TikTok. This is where I post all of the videos first. That's where you're gonna see all of the content. So if you don't want to miss anything, definitely follow me on TikTok. I post everything on my Instagram, and I actually had to switch my Instagram. So I'm gonna link the new Instagram in the video so that you guys can go ahead and follow my other page. I really appreciate everything that you guys do and how you support me. If you're interested, definitely check me out on Patreon. That's where I channel and I help you guys out. I post a lot of different things on Patreon to get you pushing and ahead on your journey and make sure that you don't fall off and have somebody to talk to and reach out to. I appreciate you guys so much. Peace, love, and a little bit of spice. Mwah.